We need stubs. And now that the MLB season is back in full swing, we can get a ton of stubs all at once. This is where MLB The Show differentiates itself from Madden, college football, 2K Sports, Fortnite even, is they make it really easy to earn in-game currency without actually spending any money. Obviously, playing online game modes is your best way of getting stubs, but there's an even better way than that a lot of people don't take advantage of because they think it takes too much time when it really doesn't. We're going to take a look at the first sheet of investments. I'm going to give a lot of credit to this account right here, which I'll show you. And if you saw my last video on how to make a ton of stubs, you already know who it is. Okay, MLB The Show Investments is a Twitter account. I believe they have an Instagram as well. They will be posting spreadsheets throughout the year on players they believe will get a good upgrade during the roster update. This is an example of the first sheet, and we're going to go over it real quick. But before we do, let's go over a couple of quick guidelines. So first thing for you guys to know is this account focuses on low risk. So no matter what, when we buy in bulk, we're not going to try to lose too much if the player ends up not doing too well. It's unlikely that this account will suggest a player that will get a massive downgrade where you lose a bunch of stubs on your investment. Most of the time I've done this and followed this account, we've gotten tons of stubs all at once, upwards of like hundreds of thousands of stubs, and I've seen people follow this account and get into the millions quite often. All right, and the number 2 rule here is actually reversed. It's number 1 here, diversity. You're not going to have enough stubs to put into all the cards that you want to invest in, so you're going to have to pick the players that make the most sense for you. All right, and just like life, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. We're not even going to have the ability to invest in some players because of how high their price is or because we missed the investment window and the market got inflated. I will say that early in the year, a lot of people are trying to get collections done, so it is likely a lot of players will be in high demand and they will be overvalued. So when we take a look at MLB The Show Investments' first spreadsheet, it's not going to be a ton of players, but as the year goes along, trust me, you're going to want to keep up with it because they're going to be suggesting some really low value cards that will get a good update and that they will appreciate as time goes on. Okay, so let's get into that then. As we can see here, there's not that many names up on the board. And you can see with this note to the right, there are some silvers and bronzes that he really likes, but doesn't just like them. And you can see with the note to the right here, there's some silver and bronze cards that they really like, but they don't like the margins right now due to collections. Too much risk. Some are selling as low golds right now. That means a lot of these cards people are spending stubs on them because there's such a high demand to get the collections done. And I bet by the time May rolls around, that will be a completely different story. So I know it seems a little unfortunate here that the lowest overall card is only an 80 overall, but by the time goes on, we'll be investing in some 60 cards that might even get bumped up to a high silver. All right, so what we're going to look at here, obviously, it's pretty simple to look at. You have the overall of the player, the quantity of cards that they are investing with, and how much they bought the cards for. Now, the marketplace does stay on top of its game, so it does update pretty frequently. If we take a look at Brenton Doyle, just as an example, okay, his price has already gone up to almost 1,000 for the buy now. Now, if you want to look at all of the completed orders to see how people are behaving on the market, you actually would much rather go to the MLB The Show companion app or their website, which is on PC or computer. Okay, but just for the sake of convenience, and I do recommend you download this app so you can do it while you're not even at your console, you can do it at work or whatever, but it is really quick and convenient. I would recommend looking at the companion app so you can see the completed orders, like I said. If we take a quick look at Brenton Doyle, just as an example, we can hit his card, go to completed, and these are the completed orders on the marketplace. All right, we can see that today a lot of orders have been placed, so it looks like a lot of people know that it's a good investment, so they're trying to get on top of it. A lot of these orders all coming at the same time, you can see the times right there, and a lot of them going for the same amount of stubs. You see the occasional 1,000 stubs here, but then you see a lot of 9,000 or 900, 901, 902. Okay, that means people are buying them in bulk. So maybe Brenton Doyle is not the right card for us. If you don't have the stubs for it, I totally get it. I'm just showing you this as an example. Now, if we did want to buy him, we would want to buy him in bulk and we want to do buy orders. Since his sell now price is 903, we would put our buy amount in for something like 908 just to make up for the gap. Okay, I put 98. I meant to put 908. So we would put a buy order in for about 908. When I hit finalize order here, I can just keep hitting that, because that's going to stay there. So if I want to buy in bulk, I would just keep tapping finalize order and I would keep putting in buy orders. That's basically how you buy in bulk and get these cards all at once. Okay, now I'm not going to continue with Brenton Doyle. We're going to take a look back at the spreadsheet real quick. Let's go to the cheapest cards on this sheet right here. And this might not be the best sheet to start out with, but it's a good example to show you how this works. Riley Green is an 80 overall. O'Neal Cruz and Kerry Carpenter are also 80 overall. They were bought for 405 stubs and 415 stubs, respectively. So we can go take a look at these guys and see if their price has changed at all. Okay, guys, if there's a player that you feel good about and you feel like this sheet didn't capture it, please let everyone know in the comments below. This is one of those things where this community can get a piece of the pie with everyone, as long as we keep it within this small circle, obviously. But I think it's one of those things that really helps everybody. So if you know a player, let us know. If you want to keep it to yourself, that's fine too. But Riley Green is a guy I've always felt good about. I've liked the way he's performed in real life, and I always like his card in this game as well. But he's going for 458, so his price has gone up a little bit, and he is sitting at an 80 overall. I know it's a little bit hard to see there, but he is an 80 overall. Okay, you can ignore the 79. That is just that's just a live. It's like a live series play-in thing. It's like if he's facing a right-handed hitter, it'll go up because he's better against him. If he's facing a lefty, it'll go down. So that's just what he's playing at right now due to the series he's in and the pitchers he's playing against. I believe it's called Inside Look. Something like that. All right, but with the little stubs I have, and I only have about 30,000 stubs, I think I can afford to buy a decent amount of Riley Greens. So you can see someone sold about 147 of them. Okay, so if his sell now price is going for 410, let's just take a look at the completed ones. He's still around 410. There's some outliers at 458, 460, but that's what his sell now price or his buy now price is. So we want to make sure we avoid that 458 number. We can go ahead and put a buy order in for about, I'm going to go like 414. All right, and the seller is going to get a 10% tax, so they're only going to receive 373. But people will definitely sell you this card, and we can take a look. I have a notification right there, buy order completed for Riley Green. So sometimes it comes in like immediately. Other times you got to wait and see how long it's going to take to come in. If it's not coming in for a couple of days, it might be time to just cancel the order. And when you cancel your buy orders, you will get your stubs back. And you can do that by going to My Orders, Active Orders, and I don't have any here, but if there's a buy order, I could just go ahead and cancel it here. All right, you can see here, I now have 46 Riley Greens. Now, I think this is still a good investment because people want to get the live series collection done, and not everyone's going to have it done before the first roster update. There are plenty of people who didn't even get their live series collection done until like November of last year, and that's okay. But his value is still going to be high even if he does not get upgraded. Even if he stays in 80 overall, I believe his buy now price will still be in the 400 range and hopefully 500 or 600. Now, if he does get upgraded, it'll definitely be higher. Okay, I also put a bunch of buy orders in for Fernando Cruz. He's a relief pitcher for the Yankees, and he's only going for about 65 stubs right now. So I think I'm high on him a little bit. And if you want to see, you can actually see that he's tweeting out his explanation for certain players. He has one here for the live series Bryson Stott, as well as Brenton Doyle. And like I said, guys, if you have any players you feel good about, please drop them down below. I think one of the most fun things about this process is you get to watch your favorite team. And if you feel good about a certain player on your team that nobody else knows about, who might be like just coming up from the minor leagues, or you feel good about them and everyone's talking about them within your locality, but the rest of the fans don't know, then that's a really good investment for you because you have some sentimental attachment to it too. All right, so I would recommend just following your team as well. Sometimes you get the best investments from the ones that you just kind of favorite. Like I said, give them a follow down below. All the credit goes to them for this. They're the only investment sheet I follow. There's others out there, and I know ShowZone is pretty good with like the flipping and margins and all that. If you want to get into flipping, you can go check out ShowZone. Otherwise, I hope this video helped, and I will be posting another investment sheet video when they come out with their roster update, okay? I'll see you on the next one.